vision.
All right, now it's time for the show to begin. Time to watch a show. Any second now. The show's gonna begin.
A dark stage, and then a beam of light.
The music starts. The lights come up. The praises of imagination are sung. And then...
Mickey Mouse appears, and the crowd goes absolutely wild!
Guys, it's Mickey! At a Disney park! I can't believe it!
Mickey raises a particularly phallic stream of water.
Are you still on that sex dream kick?
You just refuse to see the truth, you escapist lemming. Also, Sex Dream Kick is my Katy Perry cover band. California girls were indestructible, Daisy Ducks and something on top. Anyway, Mickey dances around the stage like nobody's watching and shoots fire out of his fingertips! Ah! Surely he is the father of all lies!
Mickey continues to part the Red Seas for a while.
Which side is he on, man?
Then he dreams of... himself? Being projected onto the water he raised. Yes, here's that water screen technique, the reason this show exists. Later perfected for World of Color.
I have to say, this water screen thing is really clever, and it's really neat to see scenes from classic Disney movies this way.
Oh, what even the hell, Gansel? First you complain that Voyage of the Little Mermaid has too much recycled footage, now you praise Fantasmic for its recycled footage?
Calm down, Mickey McNitpick. First off, are you really comparing Little Mermaid to this? Little Mermaid advertises itself as a live performance of the story, and then uses clips from the movie as an excuse to not tell the story live. This is recontextualizing the clips to tell a new story, thin as it may be. And yes, by the end of the show they may overdo it with the recycled animation here too, but the water screens are at least far more interesting than an ordinary movie screen on a stage. Plus, they're complementing the live footage with fireworks and water splashes synced to the scene, making it way more engaging.
Wait, I'm about to blow the lid off this whole thing! You were just arguing with Mickey Mouse, even though a minute ago you two were excited to see each other. How do you account for Mickey's rapid change of personality?
Oh, kid, I haven't had a day off since 1928. I'm on so many drugs, I don't know which of the 7 dwarfs I'll be on any given day.
Go away, Grumpy Mickey. We need to talk about the show that stars Happy Mickey.
After more footage from one of the only parts of Fantasia anyone remembers, we get a song over images of flowers. There's also dancers dressed as a giant flower on stage. See? Flower imagery? Sex dream.
Then suddenly we get neon jungle animals?
Okay, so it's an awesome sex dream.
Here's where we get the first major difference between the coasts. Here in California, we get a generic jungle score as the neon monkeys float by, including King Louie. There's also a giant Ka on stage who forgot to turn off his high beams. Then that segues into the original Disney Bizarre Dream sequence. Pink elephants on parade on a pretty kick-ass electric guitar arrangement. Nothing says staying late at a park that doesn't serve alcohol like a drunken hallucination.
Back at dirt. Well, we get Lion King music with the weird neon monkeys and other cardboard cutout neon animals on stage. What exactly was Mickey smoking when he had this dream? And hey, Rafiki shows up to do what he does best, contribute nothing.
My work here is done.
And we don't have the full pink elephant sequence, but they make an appearance in the midst of plenty of other recycled animation. Yes, bubbles float by containing scenes from, every Disney animated movie, but with special attention paid to The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and The Little Mermaid. You know, the 3 movies that already have their own shows at Disney World, 2 of which are in this very park. One of which is right next door.
You have a lot of sequences like this because when they built your precious amphitheater, they figured they had to make the show longer to justify it. Because, after all, everything has to be bigger in Florida.
So what the hell's your excuse?
Well, back in the original park, after Pink Elephants, we have Pinocchio and 2 can-can marionettes on stage, as the music alternates between I Got No Strings and Little Wooden Head. And the strings alternate between being on Pinocchio and on the girls, and the strings are on Pinocchio while Got No Strings is playing because... irony. Then there's the angelfish doing a weirdly tender dance, probably trying to seduce Jiminy because that's what fish do. And this is where both dreams catch up to each other as Mickey dreams about drowning a cricket.
And then we're back to recycled animation as Monstro attacks. He splashes, and the audience gets splashed. Then Mickey starts drowning, and the audience doesn't. So much for full immersion. But it's nice that Mickey decided to finally show up in his own dream again. See, this is why amateur waterbending should only be done under strict supervision.
Then we get Mickey's eyes, an animation that may or may not be recycled, but was certainly cheap and easy.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
A fucking pirate ship! That be what's going on!
Suddenly, Europe invades. What the hell?
I hereby claim this land in the name of His Majesty, King James I.
Native Americans go around the river in canoes and... Huh?
Oh, but this probably makes more sense in Disneyland because you're watching the show in Frontierland. So even though they're from the East Coast and not the Old West, the Indian canoe thing is at least aesthetically appropriate, right?
You would think that, wouldn't you? But no, Disneyland doesn't have the Pocahontas sequence.
Oh, we have the pirate ship in the storm and then the blast of gunfire, but instead of Europe and their criminally non-existent final countdown, it's the sailing ship Columbia piloted by Captain Hook and his crew on their piratey quest to stop their annoying neighbor kid.
Blast this hook! This hook that in no way hindered me just now! Blast it!
Peter Pan swings around on ropes because I guess this is after he promised not to fly, but he never promised not to flip. Or maybe in Mickey's dream world, flying works by holding on to zip lines, but whatever. Peter battles Captain Hook and the pirates around the lake until the crocodile arrives to chase them off stage and out of the way for the next segment.
Okay, wait. The original show has a sequence that's not only far more elaborate and impressive, but also based on a full-fledged Disney classic with a legitimate villain? What the hell, Florida? I mean, sure, I don't expect you to build a whole big pirate ship or do every single one of those stunts, but why would you replace such an awesome sequence with Pocahontas?
I'll give you one guess.
Eisner.
Fucking Eisner.
Yes, true to his inability to see the parks as anything other than giant shopping malls full of free advertising, Eisner demanded that the East Coast Fantasmic focus on more recent films than its West Coast predecessor.
You know, I might be okay with that if they actually made plans to keep this sequence updated when new films came out. If you're gonna sell out, sell all the way out. But it's still Pocahontas. Sure, there was a long stretch without an animated hit for you guys, but even if you didn't update it for every new movie, at least every 5 or 10 years you could change it up. I mean, for all my complaints about the sparification of the original ride, this would be the perfect place to work in something based on the Pirates films. Or hell, let's go even more recent. Imagine Elsa controlling these Fantasmic waves. You want it recent, Eisner? Tell them to keep it recent. Pocahontas isn't recent enough to not be dated, but it certainly hasn't held up as a classic, even ironically.
Just relax, Dave. I mean, why would you want an exciting fight on a pirate ship when you can have people digging for gold in a state where there isn't that much? See, it's a visual metaphor for the whole Eisner administration.
Yeah, after the thrills of choreographed gold mining, the mystical spirits show up on the water screen for a second. We get natives dancing, then more gold digging, then animated natives dancing, then something explodes because I think someone accidentally shot something, and the sides kind of start fighting. But it's really hard to see what's going on from a distance, and there's no clear focus of the scene. So I'm just gonna look at Ratcliffe running around like a moron.
It's John Smith!
Look, he's heroically swinging from one side of the cliff to the other for some reason. And now he's climbing up a little higher. Surely standing up here instead of over there will save the day. Oh, there's another guy up there. I literally never noticed that watching the show in person.
And then Pocahontas finally shows up at the top of the majestic mountain, and she stands there for a second, listening to the voice of old Lady Obi Willow. Then we see animated footage of her standing there. Come on, 2 Pocahontas and not a single cliff dive or makeout session. Why do we even come to the New World?
Then we just sorta give up on the Pocahontas sequence and go back to the Oscar bait ballad as Florida sees a montage of recycled animation of dancing couples, then floating floats with actual dancing couples. Once again, 2 of whom have their own live shows in the same Florida park, but to be fair, this part was in California first.
What would I give if I could live out of these walls?
anywhere you want in your imagination. Do you just not know how to use it? Is that why you rely on a seagull for your made-up balderdash?
Someday my prince will come.
Your prince is right there. Right next to you. Or are you singing to his face about a hypothetical different dream guy? This date's not going well. Why don't you go to hell? You ain't my love true. It's not me, it's you.
Also, why in a show featuring a dream about singing princesses do they not feature the princess songs about dreaming?
I walked with you once upon a dream is a wish.
I guess Mickey's imagination is so vast it manages to miss the obvious.
But then the villains start to arrive, beginning with Snow White's evil stepmother and her codependent relationship with a piece of glass. And yes, this was made during the point in Disney history when the mirror was voiced by Tony J. And how do I feel about Tony J's voice?
I love it. Famed is thy beauty, majesty, but hold, 3 lovelier maids I see.
Wait, 3 maids? I mean, sure, in Disneyland we've only seen 3 princesses, but in Disney World we've seen practically all of them. Why are those the only 3 lovely ones? Is Mickey just racist? Even against blondes?
No, he's perfectly open-minded. Look, he's dreaming about the princess's boyfriends, too. Yeah, but do you think those are the maids the mirror meant? He could have meant Daisy, Clarabelle, and Clara Cluck. Oh, like it's any creepier to dream about cows and ducks than it is about humans. For Mickey, I mean. Mickey. Yeah. Look, living with con guy really messes with your psyche, okay?
It's never okay. I think we can all agree. It's never okay.
Brought to you by the Council to Shame Creepy Perverts. Remember, just say no to dreaming about cows and ducks.
Cows and ducks?
And here, in Mickey's imagination, beauty and love will always survive.
Ah, but in real life, beauty and love are often crushed to make room for marketability. And because the queen isn't the loveliest person in some mouse's dream, she turns herself completely ugly, because fuck it, why fight the inevitable?
Now I'll turn that little mouse's dream into a nightmare Fantasmic.
Title drop, take a shot.
We're in Disneyland. We can't take a shot. Where did you get that?
Club 33. Snuck in wearing a suit made out of Roy Disney's corpse. Oh, it just kicked in.
I thought Roy was coated in bronze.
Wrong, Roy.
Oh.
You have beautiful eyes. You know that? Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, my fiance. Plenty of times.
Ah, so you live around here?
Far away. Very, very far away.
I can drive. I'm a very good driver.
I can't believe Jesus called me a dick!